welcome, welcome. Oh, she has snacks. I do have snacks. Welcome, Allie. How are you doing today? Loki says, Mom, I need snacks. Oh, there's little man too. I know we've got the most awesome light situation going on in my eyeballs right now. But we are here. Welcome. We've made it to another Saturday. I'm your host, Phoenix Electra. On Saturday mornings, we are humbled by the Singer Instructions for Art Embroidery. Boy, oh boy, does that book make us feel humbled. But the boys are ready for their they made sure I stopped at the concession stand on my way into the tent. So let's get some snacks and see what we're up to today. Oh, boys, do you need to be fighting like that? Okay, let me get the drawer open. Oops. I have to clean out that drawer of bones and grommets because I think there's snacks in the bottom of there. All right, boys. Come on. There you go, little man. Loki, Loki. Loki, this one is for Loki. Dude, get over here. Come on. Ay, little man's got him so upset he doesn't want to come make his... Boys, this is not how this works. You know, you have to do tricks for treats. Nobody eats for free around here. Tricks for treats, tricks for treats. Snacks. You need snacks, Mom. There you go, Loki. There you go, big boy. Ay. I hope everybody's had a great week. Wow, days when we do stuff and I just dream about sewing and I'm like, Phoenix, why don't you sew more in the week? Because I'm like, I can't always be stuck to my butt. But, okay, that's the end of that sentence. Okay, I'm going to save the possibility of some snacks for later in case Freya Proofers comes. But she's sleeping right now. I have some new fabrics. Come on, little dude. Okay, everybody has had some snacks. I've been caffeinated. I've had some protein. Okay. All right, Loki, one more because you're looking so adorable. Ah, you are so strong. All right, let's have a sip of coffee. Make sure we're highly caffeinated. Okay, I guess I can't close that drawer right now because little dude is like, I'm gonna try to dig out those snacks. Do I? He's in the drawer. All right. Coffee out of our favorite coffee mug. And I think if I recalled correctly, we have bead stitch and piping and scallops on the agenda for the beginning of this morning. We're just gonna get stuck in. Let's see, let me make sure I've got the right window. There we go. And I'm gonna go to this one. I've got so many tabs open. Let's see here. Oh, I got the chat up. I'm not muted. My video's going. I have some light, sort of. Of course, I printed off a Siemens star and then I misplaced it this morning, so we're just... and we were running late because Dove decided he was going to go on an adventure. Well, we did our show this morning, so... Oh no, I need to... He's attacking our plastic whalebones. We're just gonna make it easy for him while he tries to steal snacks. Oh, there's so many. Loki, why don't you get in the drawer too and help yourself to some extra snacks? Alright, where we want our screen share button, start screen share, we want to hit the window. this window. I'm gonna share it. There we go. Scallops, bead stitch, and cording. This lesson, as you will see by the heading, can be termed a trio. Well, thanks. But be assured it is a good one, and that with the aid of your faithful friend and ally, the Singer Sewing Machine, you can turn it into a quartet that will win universal applause. Whoa! Starting off good. Oops, let me first hit the wrong button because I want this down and not the page down. Look at those pretty scallops. Now, while this does not entail the necessity of any new stitches, it will give you some useful suggestions. Oh, again, can't use the page down. Click the arrow, Phoenix. How many weeks have we been reading from this book? It will give some useful suggestions with regard to finishing certain kinds of work. Every woman knows that a nice finished scallops make on many things, such as dressing sacks, petticoats, and especially in the flannel. What is a flannel? I don't know what that word means. And again, I really. Sorry, going the page down makes me want to be nauseous too. Oh, we're flubbing it up. Planet bureau covers, centerpieces for the table, and doilies. And further, it is an agreeable change from hem stitching that has the advantage of being applicable to round pieces of work as well as square pieces. Wow. Do we see in our future a nice... Nobody uses dresser scarves anymore, but do we want to bring back old-fashioned ornaments? Of course we do. Because I just saw today that, well, we knew that art is political, but do we need to make sewing subversive again? Was sewing ever subversive? I don't really know. Oh well, that's my complaining for the tomorrow show. Today we're just here to get shamed by our mediocrity of our terrible satin stitch. I've been saying it's Satan stitch so much that that's what wants to come to my head first. A centerpiece with scalloped edge and lace under the scallops is a thing of beauty. Generally speaking, 1/8 of an inch is a good width for a scallop at the widest part. Of course, on doily or anything small, it need not be as wide as that. If you prefer to, refer to the article on raised embroidery, you will find all the instruction you need for making a satin stitch scallop. If you want it raised, underlay with stitching. If not, simply outline the stamping as you always do and embroider the scallop, keeping... What are we keeping? Probably something even and pretty. Your stitch perfectly even on both sides. After you have done all the scallops in the hoop, put a very fine cord on the outside edge as close as you can and cover it with the same silk or cotton that you will be using. This will enable you to cut the material away from the outside edge of the scallops as you would if done by hand. Okay, that was a lot to take in. So, if I understand that correctly, let's embiggen ourselves here. So I'm going to use the bottom of a spool. We'll trace some scallops. And I like that idea of after you do your scallop, do the pad stitching, then to use a piece of cord at the edge so that there's no fraying from the fabric and it leaves a nice clean edge. I'm kind of intrigued by that. I went through yesterday through a portion of Mount Scrapmore. Hey, can you not chew my computer? Dude. Did you... No more snacks for you, dude. What I want, let's see here. This piece is a little bit bigger. I know it'll probably be a little bit easier to hoop this. Or... Yeah. Hey! There's no free snacks. You've had enough free snacks. Okay. Oh my gosh. Those boys are just thinking they can just help themselves to the snacks at the concession stand. Alright, so we just stitched on this. I think we did this last year sometime when the 101 came to live with us. Was that 2 years ago? No, I don't know what time means anymore. Or I do. It means everything is too quick and... Yeah, okay. Oh, you know what? If I was being super fine and nice, I would have taken my ruler and drawn 2 parallel lines. So I know that I'm lining up the scallops all at the same depth, but it's fine this go around. But if we're going to do something very particular and not just practice and be shamed with our seam stitches, I would do that. Okay, yeah, so I have drawn in blue, light, well, I can see it. Unfortunately, the camera's not picking it up very well. I'm just gonna go, actually, you know what we can do? We've got our bottom, just gonna move the spool up a little bit to trace the inside so we have all of our scallops nicely marked. Okay, well, am I drawing on my bobbin thread maybe? Ay, Phoenix, you're trying to be better at this, but are you really? Or are you just pretending to keep everybody in stitches? Okay. That's even worse. So I have the crescents drawn, our scallops, as they are referring to them. I'm gonna get this section. I'm gonna get this little hoop. We'll use this one today because I think I can do one hoop, one scallop, move it along, one scallop, move it along. All right, this hoop I don't need right back to the drawer. Because I'm feeling it. I know everybody's different. Some folks, all their spaces, everything is like meticulous and all these things. And I feel like I just come in and I am like a tornado. I need to be able to see stuff. So everything. Here's my, wow, did I remember to? What was I doing at the machine? Alright, let's get tucked in. I have gray thread. Let me go grab I'll bring it in closer to the table. I'm gonna grab a black so that we can see a little bit better on camera. Wow, I am blinded by the light. Wow, it is. I'm so glad it's sunny, but I would much prefer rain. Okay. Spool of black. procured. Or whatever. Black, maybe. I can't really tell on this spool. That is the sounds of the other snack sack. Okay. Hey. I probably should have put both snack sacks away. But what would the fun in that be if we didn't hear little man in the background? Alright, scratch that. Hey. I stole that snack sack from you. I'm surprised nobody came for the food waterfall. Okay, we have one empty one with a lid that closes. Okay, are we gonna get... Phoenix, is this a sewing show? Pretty sure it's mostly the cat show. I'm guessing everybody shows up for the cats and the sewing is secondary. Oh, I said I was gonna bring y'all in. Phoenix! There we are. Okay. So here's our little, or rather largish, half scallops. Some cording. So it sounds like we're going to do some pad stitching, run the cord, trim the cord, and then satin stitch on top of it. Let's make sure our machine is threaded. Bobbin thread. And we will commence. Oh. And we'll use our threading bird because even with the glasses, sometimes we can't see. All right, we're gonna put a smile on our face. We're gonna sit up straight. We're gonna have one more sip of coffee. I should have brought some cup of tea over, but I didn't. We have the sounds of trouble in the background. Okay. I'm just gonna drive around. Okay, so I'm just kind of driving around because the satin stitch is going to go in the opposite direction. Did I run out of bobbin thread, or is it just not catching? Let's check the bobbin. So we don't have any, as I suspected. The thread's not catching. There is our pickups. I really like these curved forceps for popping out the bobbin. I can tweeze them and just slip right in there. Yep, empty boobins. I almost dumped my lip gloss into my coffee. That would have been great, Phoenix. Right. Oh, look at us matching our bobbin thread to our top thread. Like we're trying to do good quality work sometimes. What is wrong with us? And it's also nice for grabbing the thread at the other end. Alright. I'm going to set the top thread so we can just start again and not have... We'll just do like 2 or 3 more passes. Not that it's going to make it like super poofy, but... I'm just practicing getting into the rhythm of fast hands, slow pedal. Oh, that's right. We are attempting to stitch in the lines. You need to remember that... Oh, God. Hold on. Hey! You can't eat the plastic! And we've punctured an empty snack. Oh, wow, we've done more than puncture it. We have obliterated the snack sack. It's empty. I should... Okay, fine. I'm gonna run this to the trash really fast because we're just gonna hear the sounds of little man destroying a plastic tub if I don't otherwise. Alright, boys. Come on. Yeah. Yeah, you really didn't like me throwing out that snack sack? Well, too bad. Right here were the sounds of me reading, stitching, and not you destroying a plastic container. And I'm the one with opposable thumbs, so unfortunately, what I say goes right now. The mister's not here to undermine my authority. Alright, so we've done a pretty good job filling it in. Let's stitch our way to the top corner. There's no corners on a scale up to this top point. And this is definitely going to test our skill because we have white cord with black thread. Awesome. I'm really going to regret when my coffee's empty and I keep sipping it, and I guess I could have grabbed something else to drink while I popped out to grab the trash, but oh well. Oh, I'm going to have to get back in the mood in the morning times to finish that other art quilt for the mummers. Okay. I'm just trying to stitch very carefully. Okay, sit up. Don't lean forward. You're not a troll. Okay, I'm trying to not trying. I need to slit on my feet because I'm stitching very tight and aggressively. And we want to be not that. So it feels like I'm pressing too hard on the feed dogs. That's what it was. I was like, it feels like I'm sticking to the bed of the machine like there was something stuck in the feed ducts. No, I was just pressing really hard. And I don't need to do that. This is us joyfully attempting to keep skills and practices and techniques alive. Okay. And I cut it a little early, I'd have less waste if I just cut it at the very end, but I didn't want to wait that long. Okay, so I'm just gonna trim this little section. And now we're gonna fill in our scallop with satin stitch. There we go, there's our edge. We have the edge that we use the cord to reinforce, so we can trim super close, except for the areas where my stitch was a little bit too big and not as even. But that's gonna look, I think, well, let's see how our skill improves as we progress, because I think they knew what they were doing. Let's see, I think we're going to do this in a couple of passes. So we're going to do the top edge so that our stitches are not super long. If I'd been more narrow on my scallops, we probably could have done it in one pass, but as we're still practicing our satin stitch, what's more practice gonna hurt us? So I know we are nowhere near our 10,000 hours of mastery for machine satin stitching. I don't want to jinx it, but I think we're doing a smidgers better with the width between the stitches. Okay, All right, we are. I'm just gonna recover this end because we're a little. Oh, that. The magic of the camera making things look better from far away than I see them up close. But that's okay. We don't mind a little camera magic. Okay, let's do a little rotation here. There we go. That's the fattest part that's going to take the most to fill in. Hey, dude. Oh, you're just camped out on the thread box? You just camped out there? Got it. The inspector is right over my shoulder. Are those good satin stitches? Oh, no, he thinks that he should just have free reign of the snack sack. Except he would just be a morbidly obese cat, I think, if he had free reign to food. It's like my Merlin, always thought he was starving, even when he wasn't. That cat had a binge purge disorder. What are you getting into now? There shouldn't be. Why are you eating my fabric? What? Let me just make sure the cat's not trying to. What are you doing? Can you come where I can see you? I don't know what you're doing back there, and sounds like you're trying to eat plastic. Or chew plastic, and we can't have that. Okay. It's nice to get back to the machine. I think if I keep saying I need to like move. I mean physically. Not be stuck to seats. Having one of those moments where I wish that sewing was my day job, and then I could just play. But I think sewing for production, like, I shouldn't complain. Never mind. This is not the Stitch and Bitch show. This is where we get shamed by probably long dead authors. Oh, you know what? I should redraw these scallops on the other side so they're pointed outwards, because this scallop is on the inside. Okay. I didn't. Alright. Let's finish this one. And we'll redraw these so that we can trim them and our scallops are actually pointing on the outside rather than just having this random row in the center of the fabric. But one scallop stitched. Alright, so we'll do it on this side. Here. More sense. Here's my pen. And we'll make the scallops a little bit more narrow and dainty looking. Yeah, I don't know why for circle things that you would buy something, a special tool. If you're a sewist, you have all sorts of round spools in your possession. The perfect circle template right at your fingertips. And I'm just trying to more carefully airball. No, we're eyeballing a 1/4 of an inch because that should be able to do that whole thing with one pass. Now I am not being very careful. Now we have blue pen on this bobbin thread. Okay, now we have our new roll of scallops that are appropriately oriented to the outside of our fabric. I love how this hoop, I don't know if it was broken or if it needed some tightness, that it's got a band-aid on the inside. That's a couple of band-aids. That is just funny to me. Did I do these way too close to the edge? Almost. Well, we learn something new every time. So be close to the, I guess when you're going to do the scallops on the edge, you need a fair amount of fabric with the understanding that you're going to waste some. Okay, so again, we're going to do our pad stitching, our cording. Rinse and repeat for a few until we get to the end of this row. I know, I'm curious to try, it would be a fun study to try different types of, oh we could, should we, oh, let's practice our scallops. I was like, we could do them in different colors, we could try different types of threads and see the results. Let's Let's not jump ahead of ourselves. Just gonna pull our filler thread back. Oh, I'm doing a terrible job this morning. Making my stitches too big on this outside of this cord. Guess I could move my hands so folks can see. Can't see that. Come to a sewing show just to watch hands. I guess that would probably be like going to a cobbler. Is there a cobbler show where you just go to watch feet? I don't know. Okay. I'm just gonna. I was like, oh, you know what? We're not gonna do that because it's gonna involve too much hoop moving. But I was gonna say if we were super fancy, you could maybe do all of the cording all in one step. But I don't have quite a large enough hoop right now. I mean, I do. I don't want to move the hoop that many times just for that one step. We're just going to do one scallop and then we'll move on to the next scallop. Now I want scallops. We just ate, so we're not hungry. Okay. Hey, Horror, welcome! How are you doing, sir? I hope you're having a great Saturday. Kind of quiet over here at the circus this morning. Well, it is now. The boys were going to town with snacks. Do you have any fun projects you're working on this weekend? I sent Dove. Well, no, Dove took himself out of the house today. Asked if I wanted to go, except I've got a busy day today because I've got my show, and then in a couple hours I'm going to be on with Daramuth and for his Rumble Squared show. Should be a good time. But then I know Panda's got his show tonight. I had to remind myself that I'm only one me, and ooh, you got the game show tonight. Awesome. What game show are you? Oh, everybody. There's so many things going on tonight. I don't know how to be. Yeah, so many great, talented folks doing so many awesome shows. And here, yesterday I was trying to decide if so many people have like fancy overlays and all these things, and I was trying to decide if I was having FOMO by not having those assets or whether it would just make it too cluttered to see the stitching, if it would just be visually distracting. And I haven't decided yet. Also, yeah, too cheap to pay, don't know how to do it in GIMP. Or I mean, I could. If I did have an overlay, I didn't see anything that I liked that I would pay money for. And I just have to take the time to learn how to do something new, which is fine, but I think I just don't know the dimensions of. Yeah, I just have unanswered questions. But we are being less terrible with our spacing on the satin stitch so far. Oh, until I say something about it, then we return to sucking. Oh, you could help tell me what you want. Ooh, oh, so I think just something simple like a circus tent. Maybe purple and black stripes to just kind of like, you open the tent and then there's the show in the middle. I think just something simple. Because I just, that, and the other thing, I'm not sure how to make it work, because my words. My camera goes through OBS, and I know a little bit how to make that work. But then I use I have to make it easy to get into Rumble Studio. So I don't stream out of OBS. I just use the virtual camera. It's like I don't mind doing. I'm irritable and picky, so I like to do stuff. But this one, I'm just like, would it enhance my show, or am I having FOMO? And then it was like, where do I find what are the dimensions for a stream overlay? Like, these little questions that I feel bad asking. Yeah, something simple, like for now. So like, there's so many people. Everybody's so talented for so many of the tech things, and I want to be a cool kid, but I'm just one simple ass. Oh, I didn't even show that. So I got one scallop done. Let's get through this line of scallops. Now I really want seafood, and I'm pretty sure lunch is going to be a Reuben. And that happens to happen. But it's all good, my friend. I don't mind this struggle bus of learning and trying to figure stuff out. I just... see all these things like people using all these different things, but I'm cheap. I have GIMP, I have DaVinci for when I decide to do video editing, and then we have Ludia. Like, I don't even know how to use Adobe anymore. Not that I was ever very good. Oh, that's all right. I had to leave. You going solo? It looks like it. I'm just here by my lonesome today. Oh, no worries. I'm just chattering to my... The boys were here earlier making a whole bunch of noise. And, yeah, Dove took himself on a little Saturday adventure. Oh, oh. Don't like my phone. I need to turn off all this notification things. Oh. It doesn't message me when I get a text very well, just when every other app decides they need to do something. It's super annoying. Yeah, we did a little reading from the Book of Shame. Oh, for graphic design. Oh, you use Canva and a wide editing. No. Oh, you Linux. I wish that I'd not stopped playing around with Linux. I used it way back in the ancient day. Actually, I still have a computer that is running Fedora Core, Red Hat Fedora Core. I'm old. Okay, awesome. I'm not heard of that one. Really Decade in Live. Interesting. Yeah, that's what I pretend to know how to do. I know. That was one of the things I remember when I first with like Rumble Studio, and things seemed so complicated. Like you could tell that it was made by when you expect words. Phoenix, do you know what you're trying to say? I want things to be easy in Rumble Studio so that like the grannies and the old aunties who are not tech savvy can just like plug and play. But it is, but there's certain things that I think would make a simple user annoyed. Because I just joke I know enough to be dangerous. And that I'm not afraid to break stuff. Tough for me to get noticed on Rumble, probably harder for you. Yeah. I'm glad that I like network or like pop into other chats, because yeah, it when I hear the gamers complain like nobody stops by my show, I'm like, you've got to like, come on, don't oh, don't talk to me. Don't complain to me, kid. Yeah, well, I'm glad that I complained enough that I was able to get folks to help me at least have a sewing category in the subcategories. That felt like a huge that was a huge win for me. Yeah, I keep trying to bring some other, because I know at least one other sewing streamer, but they're stuck on that other platform. And I'm terrible at self-promotion. And then it makes it hard because I'm not sure. I'm like, is it that I'm in a corner of the streaming world that on Rumble people A, don't know exists, or B, not interested in, so I feel extra challenged when I don't know, like, is it me? Or is it just I haven't built the audience yet? Like, I'm here and I know the audience will come, but how do we continue to woo them? Oh, who's the biggest sewer on the tube? I don't that is a great question, because most of them I don't know. And of the folks I know who live stream, I mean, Will, the Godless Sewing, who stops into our chat, he sews more modern things, and he streams a couple nights a week, which helps because he's just out there more. A lot of the sewers on the tubes, most of them do pre-records, and if the ones that I can think of who live stream are typically make handbags, and no, they don't sell what I sell. This is true. Rumble is mostly Republican politics and gaming. Yeah, gaming is even here mostly just to promote the Republican politics. It does feel like that. That's why I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I'm right now independent. I would rather talk about current events rather than like, oh, just simp for one person, because yeah, I wonder how they're doing with all their like Barstool sports stuff. They're coming along, but yeah, it yeah, that's all right. I mean, we're here for the long haul, which is why I multi-platformed. It would be super awesome if it was more lucrative, because it's a good thing I'm on a no buy, low buy right now, because I have enough stuff. Because this, where's everything? If you're not savvy, this is a very expensive hobby. But yeah, it'll figure its way out. Everything does. We're just here through the growing pains, which is both exciting and immensely frustrating all at the same time. But when I look for like this embroidery stuff, no, the pre-records on the YouTube that I've come across are not in English. I've seen there's a number of Brazilian grannies, and I've seen some Hungarian, but I've not really seen anybody curating this art in English. So I feel like I'm just doing my part to save an old-fashioned tradition with old-fashioned tools. And that is good to me. Yeah, that's why I've stopped trying not to bitch too much on the Saturday show. It's good to have a focus. Maybe next week we'll have a section where we shop. I used back in the early days of my channel. On Saturdays, I would do a shop my stash, and we flip through a antique pattern magazine in my collection, because I have a number of old, mostly knitting magazines that were my grandma's, just to scroll through the pictures and the fashion of the day. Because we're like a living history channel. Yeah, I know, it sounds like, yeah, what did I see? Cyber Mario was like, I'm taking it, not streaming on Rumble because it was too political. I think it would be fun to hear more, like, international current events from Mexico and Canada, because I think, I don't know where I heard it, but sometimes you learn more about what's going on in where you live from somebody who does not live there, because they can see a different view of events because they're differently invested. So I like a wide variety of insights. But yeah, it is political, gaming second, and oh, that's alright. Just gonna continue to do what I do, and either there's gonna be no internet, everything's gonna be lost, or one day our rising star will have its time to shine. But I do have to think, like, Synth Tracks and Panda Sub are so awesome to shout me out during their shows and then me just popping into different chats when I'm able to just be my snarky asshole of a self. Oh, let's see, Hor. You just checked Barstool Sports and their videos only get 1,000 to 2,000 views. How many of those are bots? Yeah, that's a good question. I do not know. But I must be off the radar, or they're doing better, because for a while I kept getting those comments of like, oh, we are going to subscribe when we watch your channel, and we think we know how to make your stuff even better. And it's been a hot minute since I've had one of those. But I do have to say, even with all of the weird growing pains, I am 50 plus more subscribers here in a shorter amount of time than the tubes. So there is that. So hopefully they're working on that bot problem. But it's just going to happen, I think. I don't know how it isn't. What was that whole new sub for sub thing? I hate those. I'm like, no, especially because with Rumble's, the feed, it just looks cluttered. Or if somebody's schedule is too far out in advance, then if I'm not trying to find it as it's live, it's hard. It just gets lost in my feed section. What else was funny? Oh, on my phone sometimes when I'm waiting for a show that I know is going to happen, sometimes it says the month coming, the date is wrong, which amuses me. Oh, let's see here. I'm finding a ton of Rumblers support each other, which is great, but can't last forever. Exactly. Yeah, it's not sustainable, and I feel bad. Like, I'm so appreciative, but I can't. Then it kind of makes me feel guilty that I can't be in every chat for everybody, every stream. And yeah, because individuals are going to burn out and just stop streaming. But also, yeah, I don't know how to inject attracting new viewers, because we kind of just need new viewers. and to have it to be an enjoyable experience for the viewer, because not everybody wants to be in a chat. They just want to watch the stream or something. And that finding that balance of how to keep it enjoyable for both. Plus, it would be super nice if there was that you could do all the supporty things on the VODs. But got a lot to. I'll save a whole bunch of things for the Rumble Squared with Dara later. I guess this is my warm-up show for that one. Gonna be on 2 shows tonight. Yeah. They have to do well, and I know, like, from a business standpoint, like the streaming, hosting all that stuff uses a lot of Rumble resources. So hopefully their cloud side is coming along, but they keep getting new internet. A whole bunch of South America, maybe Panama might be the next one. South American countries moving towards Rumble Cloud as their cloud provider, which is cool because I think that's how Amazon makes their money is through their cloud services, web services. So we'll see. I'm not sure how Rumble is attracting new viewers. I'm not sure either. Though I do get amused when sometimes I'm watching the tube. Well, on my other blah 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 blah. Seeing ads for Rumble play on YouTube, I've seen that makes me giggle. Dude, what do you have? What are you playing with? Okay, we need a cat break. I need a cat break. Yeah, I don't know either. They really need. It's like us, the users, need to be their big mouthpiece. I guess I need to update my description so that all my all my links and stuff are better. Yeah, I don't know. And it is a tad unfortunate that they've kind of got themselves into this hole of appearing just right-wing and political when it doesn't need to be. And I think I would promote my show more on Facebook and Instagram, but I go to those platforms because one of them because I have to every once in a while. It almost feels like I'm just doom scrolling there. It's true, right? It's always the same people except for when you get featured. That's what it seems like. And then when you get featured, it's like, is it mostly bots? How many folks really convert like that? I don't see, like, for Panda Sub where it's really converted to a whole bunch of new subscribers. It just gets you get an influx for the duration of the show, but we're not able to convert those sales for some reason. Well, and even for Syntrax, like so many folks, yeah, I don't know, getting featured. Oh, wouldn't that be the day? I think I don't even know what I would. Yeah. I think it's funny. I was looking through the account settings and it's like notify you if you get featured. I'm like, why don't you? getting an email during your show. Who checks their email during a live show? But also, Rumble needs to do better because even I get the email notice that my show is starting 24 hours after the show's ended. Like, their notification section feature's broken. What is happening here? So that's amusing, but not in a good way. Yeah, I don't know. Guess we could have that for a goal. Like, because I haven't seen, I know I'm subscribed to the sewing subcategory, but nobody's posted in a while. There was a couple of folks doing, like, quilting stuff. I should see if Tiny's not using that category either. Avex, Jackie, you have too many names. Because I know sewing's not crochet, but it's closer than any of the other categories. Yeah. I know, because what is it? Michael Keane Art is doing pretty good. There's some, I don't know what, am I just not good? Or am I at the wrong time slot? Or am I just not exciting enough? Pizza Art's crushing it. A Painter's doing good. Amish is doing good. Maybe it's just me. Let's see here. Well, for me, I've given Rumble your full attention for 2 years, and now it's time to divest a little bit. Fair. Yeah. Yeah, something is not, that's a goodly amount of time, and if it's not lucrative, that time to reassess and reevaluate. You know, I really dislike editing videos, but I've got so many ideas for tutorial things, but with have you done one of the live premieres? Is that enough, or is that their initial attempt to make pre-records? Can you, like, do subs and rants during them? I haven't used it. Let's see here. Oh, or the few I've made it clear that they are about Republican politics and gaming. Yeah. I'm like, who? Viva Fry and the Quartering have their Rumble totems. I don't know who else has got 100,000 on the platform. Yeah, that's not me. They do have, yes, they do have premieres. You can set it up through the Rumble Studio. Yeah, I think did they roll that out a month or two ago? Yeah, it's yes. Yes, they do, and I'm glad that I could let you know. Yes, through Rumble Studio, you can't. Ow, that was my finger on the needle bar. Yes. I'm glad I could. Oh, you don't use Studio. Fair. Seems like that's all the smart tech people don't use Studio, and I haven't. Okay, let me do an experiment real quick. Let me pop over here, Rumble. Let's do content. Can you do a premiere? Upload. Can you schedule it through your account? Service default. Huh. I don't know if you can do it through your account or just through Studio. Yeah, okay. It looks like you can upload it, but it don't see, maybe on the next page I don't have anything to upload to try if there's a page through your account to set it as a premiere. But then again, that still only gives you the benefit of that live chat and live features during the premiere, but not at a later date. Yeah, there's a lot that can be improved upon. You know, some days I wonder if I should just be more of a thirst trap and just wear little handmade bikini tops while we stitch, but not everybody wants to see us at a giant knockers. Sometimes even me. So I make sure I don't look down all the time. I have some audio feedback. Oh, I've got my fan kicking off right now a little bit. Boo. Okay. Everything closed. Let me make sure. Just in. Just make sure I don't have any. Hopefully it's just my fan. Everything's quiet. I don't I'll try to pull it up a second. Let's see. Odyssey has problems with the live chat turn into comments after the stream. Yeah, YouTube has that too. That is one of my gripes a little. That's another one of the things I wish that they would preserve the live chat after the stream is over, because sometimes folks drop interesting things that, well, I guess mostly it's on YouTube, so I can go back and see the chats there. I just have to remember which episodes it is. Yeah, they have a lot that they can improve on. I haven't tried. Maybe I'll scope out some of the other platforms and see, because if I can import all the chats, like I can with the tubes and the rumbles through the Studio. I know, I'm a sucker for Studio because I'm like the plug and play of it. Trying to figure out OBS just confuses me, though I guess I could always do better. Oh, I could put them in your stream by making them bigger. That would, yes. Maybe I'll break up with Studio and start to use OBS, but then I have to figure out, what is it, Social Stream? Etienne was trying to, there's, people keep trying to woo me away from Studio. And I've been stubborn. What if I... I'll have to taking everything into note. Oh, you know what? There's also my. I do have a squeak, and it's from the sewing machine, that like high-pitched whiny thing right now. It's not the microphone, it's the sewing machine. I keep thinking I fixed that squeak, oiled that squeak out, and I don't have. I can't teleport Allie across borders, across the nation to fix it for me. So you don't use other stuff with your streams, just OBS. Yeah, that seems to be a common theme amongst smartphones. OBS seems to be a big fan. Except who is it? Sastian, I know. He's a big stan for Evie Mux. And is trying to woo Panda to that platform. But yeah, I should just continue to keep learning with it. I mean, I've gotten enough where I adjusted the audio settings, so it, yeah, or it had somebody show me how to adjust some of the settings in there. And I needed it for this, my camera. I had to get a capture card for the camera. So I'm using both OBS and Studio. Let's see here. You say lots of game streamers pay to use streaming service add-ons. That is also, yes. And I'm cheap. And stubborn. I like the words free and figure it out, which is sometimes a problem for me. I'd probably make my life a little bit easier if I was sometimes less cheap and less stubborn, but I haven't figured that one out yet. We have done 3 pretty nice scale-ups, however. You can trim them and they will look not too shabby. Yeah, streamers make it seem like they've got money to burn. Games are expensive, and all of those features that they pay for, maybe they're more lucrative. I'm in this niche that people don't really exist. Oh, that's right. You're the same way, only free for me too. Yeah, I just can't. I learn about what's good, see if it's got a free version. I know, because I was trying to figure out how to do that overlay in with Canva, or it's do I want to use GIMP, but do I want it so that the tent opens, and I don't know. Just thinking around, but at the end of the day, I'm wait, you being able to talk and engage with the chat and have fun is more important, is the big things. Everything else is fluff, and bad clutter isn't gonna make things good if my audio's shitty, if I'm just not exciting. It doesn't matter. Oh, you just paid $100 for your website, and that killed me to do it, just to make the chat bigger. Oh, that is painful. Yeah, somebody was gonna rebuild my website, and I was like, no, I think I just forgot to do something. Oh. Yeah, that they're gonna I've never paid to have somebody else build my website. I just pay for my domain and the hosting and just use the WordPress I can do this. I'm so stubborn sometimes. My friend was like, but then you could just call me to like fix something. And I'm like, I could just log on in my head, I'm like, I could just log on myself and fix it. I want something, I want to do it now. Here's I need my screenshot device to look into this one. I don't think so. Which makes me feel like a terrible parasocial associate. Ooh, sweet. Okay. Open up a window. Just pop on over there real fast. Oh wow, ooh la la. Blood guts in the world and guns for the blood and guts in the world of horror fiction. Ooh la la. That is amazingly fancy. Oh, interesting. Oh. Huh. How does that work? Okay. How do you just so many questions and thoughts are racing through my brain hole. So you do your live show 6 days a week, and how do you enjoy doing a different platform every night of the week? Is that helpful? Would it be how is it? Huh. So everybody's got it. I always learn something from everybody. Okay, right. I get it. So does that imply that in the past you did simulcast everything to all of the places? Yeah, but I mean, let's see here. I just was looking on my YouTubes, and I've been either uploading videos or streaming there. I've been making stuff on the infowebs for 4 years now, and I still feel like a schmo. Let's see here. Truth be told, you make more money on the other platforms since I'm not a Republican and kind of prefer them. Interesting. Well, I might have to check out some of those other platforms because I keep hearing about Odyssey and BitChute, and let's see here. Odyssey got into big trouble and kind of gave up. They have turned that around. So, good. Yeah, because we can't have like floundering platforms. Here's our beautiful scallops. Yeah, because I know folks. Who is it? Some people are. And it would be nice too. It's hard to figure out how to use my locals, and then what I want to put there and what makes sense. I need stuff to just be doable. Okay. I know that's funny with all of the yeah. I'll have to go check them out and see how if a simple person like I can. Because I'd like to be lucrative. In my head, this is my retirement job. And it also means it needs to be a little bit more financially lucrative, because right now this is not sustainable. Yeah. Right? Glad I'm not, or like, I've got a day job, which may or may not also be self-employed at that too, so I understand what it's like to be self-employed, but at some point I'm gonna want to not do my current profession and going live on the internet just brings me joy. Actually, it's the overall theme of the circus, because I want to get back to doing some hula hoop tutorials. I've almost figured out juggling, finally. And just get back to training contortion and just use the tools that genetics blessed me with, because right now I'm blubbering you so naked. Oh, right. That is an idea, horror. Yeah. I think I have to glitter them, but I do have some red pasties cut out. Well, I could just put pasties on it and sew with pasties on here. Because I'm surprised there's not more, like, thirst trap girls here. Like, oh. Just start sewing in skimpy clothes. Maybe tomorrow also. I've got a pair of a chemise and blue knickers, blue bloomers. I should just make sure once a month we sew a pair of underwear. And we do need to hand sequin those pasties. Then I just need some double-sided tape. Wouldn't that be funny? I've got the only feet where we just show sewing machine feet and sewing naked. Yeah. It's a good thing that my husband lets me do whatever I want with. I mean, not exit. I wouldn't suggest anybody knows what I mean, but that wouldn't be the worst thing I've ever done. Or, yeah. That is an idea. Sew underwear in my underwear. Sew things the kids are interested in. Yes, game characters and things. Right? See, it would be lucrative. Except that I don't like video games. Or I do, but I'm not a gamer. Oh, if you're gonna do that, you can't mention your husband. Right, yep, Dove doesn't exist. It's just me and the pussy. Yep, Dove's not mine. Give the impression of being available. I don't want. Ay. Duff can't bomb my streams then. I have a whole bunch of super cute underwear though. But I could do that with. I'll have to think about that one. Yeah, I think that's where Havex's Jackie's got a little leg up because somebody asked me the last time I went to see a movie at a theater, and I think literally it was in 2012. We went to the little art house theater to watch the Grateful Dead movie. And that was for Dove's birthday. I'm not the deadhead. I almost think it would be more funny to just wear low-cut tops and sew in my underwear on Rumble. Because people are like, oh, or, kind of for that same point, so many of the Republican folks are so, wholesome, and they're like, oh, Rumble's not going to have scantily clad women. Just you wait and see. Maybe I should put that fancy hide on my sewing machine bench. Alright, we're doing... You know what, I haven't been showing off these scallops. Okay, oops. Alright, a few scallops done. Well, if I just added little nipples, these scallops kind of look like a set of quadruple breasticles. When you cut out, and then everything's nicely finished. Let's see here. Oh, you're on the East Coast, so your 3 o'clock is your show. It should... Okay. Should we read the last 3 or read the next section? Let's see. Let's read the next section real quick. Let me go back to my screen share window. There we go. Nope. No. Scallops by hand. We have beautiful scallops that almost look as good as if I'd stitched them by hand. If you want to elaborate a scallop edge, a row of bead stitch on the outside edge or around the scallops before you put the cord in. This bead stitch, or back stitch if you will, is a straight stitch about 1/4 inch in length made close to the scallop. Make about 6 stitches, one over the other in the same place, then take a stitch forward and repeat the operation. If you want the stitches to stand out more, to look like beads, take more than 6 stitches over and back. You'll be delighted with the result. Huh. Alright. It's a good thing we saved a couple scallops. Let's see if we can do this. So we're gonna start like usual, and then at the very edge, looks like you stitch in the same spot a couple times, and then it's going to give it a puffy three-dimensional look. Ooh la la. Oh, there's the squeak from the machine again. Alright. We did piping, we did bead stitch. We'll do this one and then we might call it a... We'll figure it out. This is going to be a good practice because we're supposed to stitch in the same location. So we're going to move to the edge of our scallop. We're going to go carefully. Ooh. Okay. This is going to give a cute little puffy texture to make it look like a bead. See, I was thinking of bead stitching like when I do crochet lace, the lace that has spaces in it that you can thread ribbon through, they call that bead lace. So that's what I thought we were going to be doing, but I assumed incorrectly. 4, 5, 6. Ooh. What are you doing on your game show tonight? What game are you playing? Or am I should just hop in and watch your show. You know, I'm also curious to see the details of when they do their next small creator program, since it seems like it's going to be sustained. Like, they're trying to gamify it and let everybody in, which I think is going to be good rather than just investing in a handful of people, because was it really lucrative? I don't know. This does kind of, it's like scallops on scallops with this little bead technique. We learn something new out of this book that every time. So there, you can kind of see there's like little scallops on the edge of the scallops. Cute. Now we can take our our piping cord stitch just on the inside. Then they'll be extra reinforced if I read those directions correctly. Doing stitch. Wow. My cord is not in the right place. Oops. Screw it. Let's go back to the beginning. Try this again because we just pulled out our piping thread. Can we just draw it the right direction? I know that squeak is getting to me. I'll probably stop and we'll do this. We'll finish this scallop and then we'll probably call it a show. So I can save some of my voice for a couple hours from now and I'll be back at it. I think tomorrow we're going to have a potpourri show. We got so many things to work on. The year is new. Projects cut and the holdovers from last year. Alright, let's get this last scallop finished and we'll call it a show. Thanks to everybody who's hung out with us, worked and lurked, or just hung out. Horror for being in the chat, Allie in the chat. Because chat makes sewing live so much more fun. I would do it and ramble to myself anyway. Or I just sit silently and we have the sounds of the sewing machine. But I like chatting with the chat. I know, we should invite Will back. It's been a while since we've had a guest on the show. Maybe we'll invite Jack. Well, maybe we'll try to invite some more guests and once a month have a guest. We'll see. Alright, we're in the home stretch of this last scallop. Okay, a couple more stitches. Oops. Now I'm rushing and like, oh, we're going to end soon. And then my brain is like, that means stitch faster. And it means no, you stitch more carefully because that's when you rush and make mistakes. But I do have to say, our satin stitches significantly improved this week, if I do say so myself. Are they the most perfectest? No. But if they're too perfect, then it looks like a machine did that. Or, I mean, they look like they were done with a computerized machine, and that is not this. Alright, let me finish this off, pop this off, and we'll see what this scallop looks like, and then I will let everyone get ready for the rest of their afternoon adventures, misadventures, stream, sleep, snacks. There's the last scallop. You can very sort of see that at the bottom, it looks like I stitched a little seed bead. Gives a little extra ornamentation. All right. Oh, we did pretty good for a Saturday show. Sometimes these are a little bit shorter. Thank you so much, everybody. Oh, here, let me. There we go. Thank you so much, everybody who hung out with us and stitched and learned and chatted and kvetched or just worked and lurked. I appreciate you all. Don't wait till tomorrow to be fabulous today, and don't laugh at others unless you've laughed at yourself. I will tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern Time, 4 o'clock Pacific, be on with Darmuth for Rumble Squared. Thankfully, Cora helped me have even more complaints and interesting comments for that show, so that should be fun. Go check out Horror Stream. Just go support folks wherever platforms are good. I will be back tomorrow for a costuming potpourri because we've got lots of stuff to finish, lots of stuff started, and let's see what we can check off on our list of 25 and 25 because we are 4 in the bag. 3 in the bag. We've sewn some stuff. All right, I'm going to stop yibber-yabbering because I need to go to the little circus room. All right, thanks, everybody. You have a great rest of your day, and I will see you all later.